Hello everyone, my name is Gaurav Giri and I am a PhD student at the discipline of Astronomy, Astrophysics and Space Engineering at the Indian Institute of Technology, Indore. Today I am going to talk about the curious case of X-shaped radio galaxies, the backflow model, which is done in collaboration with Dr. Bhargav Vaidya at IIT Indore. X-shaped radio galaxies X-shaped radio galaxies are a peculiar subclass of extended radio loud active galactic nuclei which can be classified based on the two double-lobed jet structure aligned at an angle to each other. One of them are called primary lobes and or the active lobes, and one of them are called secondary lobes or the wings, which are more diffused but still quite well extended. The spectral age of these galaxies are of the order of 10 to 100 mega-year, and the host galaxies are elliptical ones having high ellipticity. Also, the wing length can be small, comparable or big compared to the active lobe length, but mostly this secondary lobe or the wings show steep spectral index indicating older particles. Uh, Several formation mechanism has been proposed in order to describe the formation of these galaxies, uh, but till date there exists no general agreement between the models, and also it is not very well understood that under which parametric restrictions each of these models work, and also whether there exists an universal model which can explain all the properties of these galaxies or not. According to the backflow model, the backflow of jet materials which are created at the jet head, while traversing back towards the center, it encounters the maximum pressure gradient path created by the ambient, following which an X morphology is formed. In the jet precision model, what is proposed is that the central jet ejected from the active galactic nuclei, from the central active galactic nuclei, it is actually showing a precisional motion, and when you observe this structure from a fortuitous line of sight, you will observe a X morphology. However, in the jet reorientation model, the role of merger is actually taken care of, and it is proposed that the jet ejection axis of the central active galactic nuclei is forcefully changed suddenly, influenced by the merger of galaxies, which can actually lead to the formation of an X-shaped morphology. However, in the dual AGN model, it is proposed that there exists dual AGN at the center of these galaxies, and both of them are capable enough to eject jet at an angle to each other, which can form X-shaped morphology. Uh, in our work, however, we will focus on the backflow model, and we will try to produce X morphology using numerical simulations in order to study the dynamics and emission perspective of these galaxies. A recent evidence of backflow is shown in the work led by Cotton et al. 2020, where they have found out this double boomerang structure uh, supporting Leahy and William 1984. Though there exists several arguments against this model, and some of these are represented in the slide, here in our study we will actually focus on some of these properties and try to explain through our numerical means. We have used Pluto code for our simulations, which solves and update the relativistic MHD fluid equations, which are represented here in the slide. In addition to which, we have actually used the hybrid framework of Pluto code, which will help us to inject Lagrangian macroparticles into the domain. These Lagrangian macroparticles actually are the ensembles of electrons, non-thermal electrons, which follows a power law distribution, and using them we can actually evaluate or model the emission of these galaxies. Uh, for synchrotron process, mainly what we are considering here. And hence from the emissivity we can actually calculate, we can actually find out the intensity distribution of the galaxy. Also, moreover, this hybrid framework can also give output of Stokes parameter, using which we can actually model or study the polarization state of these galaxies as well. The ambient condition of our numerical model is a triaxial ellipsoidal galaxy which is initialized using the King's density profile, which is defined as rho equal to rho 0 divided by 1 plus x square by a square plus y square by b square plus z square by c square to the power 3 beta by 2. The value of a, b, c are chosen different, which is actually giving a triaxial distribution of this triaxial shape of this distribution. Now from the center of this distribution, we have actually incorporated a jet injection region from where a relativistic, underdense and bidirectional jet will inject jet whose evolution with time we will study. For our study, we have executed high resolution 2D axisymmetric run in cylindrical system and full scale 3D run in Cartesian system in order to explain several properties. The parameters used for our runs are highlighted in the table given here. In this slide, we have actually represented the first result of our 2D axisymmetric run, where in the left video we can see that the evolution of the jet in a triaxial medium, where the jet ejection axis is along the major axis of the galaxy, which is actually leading to the formation of a X-shaped morphology. Whereas in the right video, we can see that the jet ejection axis is along the minor axis of the galaxy, which is actually leading to the formation of a classical radio galaxy, which is satisfying the condition suggested by Kapiti et al. Based on the backflow model. This fact is, however, also verified by incorporating magnetic field into the domain, where in the top panel, the three images represented for zero magnetic field, intermediate magnetic field and a high value of magnetic field. Here we can see the initial jet direction is along the major axis of the galaxy, but due to the higher value of magnetic field in the domain, the wing expansion is actually suppressed, and for a high value of magnetic field, it is forming just only a classical double of radio galaxy. So the effect of magnetic field is also important in shaping these galaxies. Using the intermediate case and the distribution there, the distribution of magnetic field in the domain and hybrid framework of Pluto code, we have actually modeled the emission of these galaxies for synchrotron process, and the images of emission in 6 different frequencies is represented in the bottom panel, where it is clear that wing emission is prominent in the lower frequencies compared to the higher one. In the higher frequency, the emission from the wing is almost disappearing. However, in using the intensity distribution as mentioned in the previous slide, we can actually find out the distribution of spectral index by assuming the flux density S nu is proportional to nu to the power alpha. In the top panel, we have represented the spectral index distribution which is plotted using flux densities 144 megahertz and 5 gigahertz, and we can see that in the wings the value of spectral index is high. For visualization purposes, we have put a cut in -3, but the value of spectral index can go very steep. Now there is a theoretical limit of fractional polarization can be obtained using a value of spectral index given. That is represented in Bao et al. 1997, and the formula is given here. And for a alpha value, the spectral index value of 10, we get fractional polarization of 94%, which is actually the case in the wings. In the bottom panel, this is exactly what we have represented, the fractional polarization distribution of the galaxy using the Stokes parameter obtained in our simulations for 1.4 gigahertz, 325 megahertz and optical B band. Here we can see the fractional polarization value in the wings are higher, which is actually supporting the theoretical prediction. Based on a similar approach, we have also produced X morphology in our 3D simulation, where in the top panel we have represented the velocity distribution of the galaxy for our 3D structure, which is clearly representing the formation of backflow of plasma and accumulation of it in the wings. Using the velocity distribution, using the magnetic field distribution in the domain, and hybrid framework of Pluto code, we have actually plotted the spectral index distribution similar as the 2D case, but here for our 3D run here, which is actually giving us a similar result as of 2D. The wings here contain steep spectral index, and which is indicating that the accumulation of older plasmas is occurred there, and in the active lobes the value of spectral index is flat, so that means it is filled with freshly injected plasmas. Here in this image we have actually represented the intensity distribution of the galaxy for our 3D case in 4 different frequencies, but also for 4 line of sight angles. For the first, second, third and fourth row, the line of sight visualization angle is 70-0, 70-70, 20-70 and 45-45 respectively. From this image, it is clear that the relative extent of the active lobe and the wing depend on the viewing effect beside the effect of magnetic field, which is discussed in the previous slide at its first place. We have represented a separate color bar for optical band in order to clearly demonstrate the small scale variation of intensity in it. In this image, in this slide, we have actually represented the spectral energy distribution of these galaxies for both our 2D and 3D case in 6 different frequencies, and a low energy hump structure is clearly visible in both 2D and 3D case. In the right image, however, we have represented the time evolution of plasma beta, which is actually the ratio of thermal pressure divided by the magnetic pressure. And from the image we can see that the value of plasma beta is actually many higher than 1. So this means that the cocoon of these galaxies are thermally overpressured compared to the magnetic pressure. In summary, we have several points to make, that the strength of magnetic field plays a crucial role in shaping these galaxies beside the role of pressure gradient and initial jet direction mentioned in the previous studies. The evolution of plasma beta indicates that the cocoon of exergies, except radio galaxies, remain thermally overpressured. The relative extent of the wing and the active lobe depends on the viewing effect beside the influence of B field at its first place. Wings show steeper spectral index compared to the active lobe, indicating the accumulation of older particles, and the fractional polarization is also high in the wings.